Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching a brand new review for Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And joining me, as always, are my co-hosts from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Rebellious D and Trav. How you guys doing today?
Ready to rock, man.
Hey, PG,
Hey.
as you know, it's my goodness.
Hey, guys, it is always good seeing your faces. And today, we are reviewing the new Godzilla anime on Netflix called Godzilla Singular Point. So before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to our channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.
Podcast in the description. Please check us out. Like, follow, subscribe to the channel.
Hey, that's what I always love to hear, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this review. B, you recommended this anime for us to watch. I mean, all of us were Godzilla fans, so I mean, you know, it's a new Godzilla anime coming out. And D, he always recommends us some good things to check out. You know, when I watched this anime, I really was not feeling it. Like those first couple of episodes I was watching, I was just like, you know, me, like I'm a Godzilla fan, and like how I said on our Godzilla review for Godzilla versus Kong, I'm not a fan of people parts, and this anime had a whole lot of people parts, and we didn't get to see Godzilla like actually do anything until I want to say it was episode 7 or 8, and it's 13 episodes. Honestly, for me, I feel like if the anime was only 8 episodes, I think that it would have been better, in my opinion. Trav, like, how did you feel about the anime?
Yeah, I thought it was good, a little sluggish. I think, again, it depends what you're into, bro. There's plenty of Godzilla fans out there that are more into the science and stuff behind the scenes of Godzilla. Like, Godzilla coming out and wrecking shit is cool, but that's not really why they're fans of Godzilla. I feel like this anime, yeah, it was real sluggish. Beautiful to look at. Yeah, but it's rough to get through in one sitting, bro. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It took me a couple of times like to get through the parts. I want to say it took me about a good 3 to 4 days, but it's like I just pushed through it. But there was never a time where I watched it and I was just like, I can't wait to see what's going to happen on the next episode.
Yeah, I agree.
B, like, you know, what were your thoughts when you first watched this anime, and do you feel kind of similar to what me and Trav said, or nah? I mean, you want all the smoke, so go ahead.
Yeah, come get it. Well, I want to say that this was refreshing to me instead of what you usually get from a Godzilla. It's just Godzilla shows up, he breaks a bunch of stuff, and he wrecks whoever's on the island. Yeah. This was more of an adventure, and I enjoyed it, to be honest. I enjoyed the people parts in this because it was, yes, it's titled Godzilla, but I think it'll be great for people who are fans of adventure because it wasn't just Godzilla. It was plenty of kaiju and the evolution of kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
No, I definitely agree with you on that. I know that me and you, we talked about, you know, the anime and what's going to happen, you know, leading up to possibly a season 2, because this anime, it does end on a cliffhanger. Yeah. And like, do you guys want to reveal spoilers, or do y'all want to just keep it simple?
We can keep it simple, Trav.
I mean, what is there to reveal?
I mean,
what the cliffhanger? Like, I think
it's just more of an adventure. Like, you know, I recommend it to go watch it if you're a fan of Godzilla and you do want more of the lore behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
like if you're looking for a monster like something like Rampage, you're not getting it here at all.
No, well, for sure.
Honestly, I'm sorry to cut you off, Trav, but honestly, when I was watching this, I was kind of drawing comparisons to the Pacific Rim anime that was on Netflix, because it's kind of similar where they have their robot with them. I can't remember the robot's name that the humans have.
Jet Jaguar, boy.
Jet Jaguar. Sorry. But yeah, it's just like, you know, they were kind of you know, upgrading Jet Jaguar because at first it was being controlled by a human, and then after that they put the AI inside of it, and once they put the AI inside of it, Jet Jaguar became a badass. I did, and like that's the comparison that I drew between that and Pacific Rim, because you know, in that anime, which we did do a review of, and it is here on our channel.
Yes, it is.
I'll put the link above us so that way you could click on that. that was just one of the things. And then D, how you were saying it was an adventure. Like that's something else that was going on in that anime as well. Is that it's like the characters, they were finding themselves. Now, this anime, it does take place in 2030. So and we're only a couple of years off from that. And it pretty much just shows the evolution of how the kaiju become who they become. I thought it was really interesting how, like, we don't see Mothra, but they have like Easter eggs to some of the other Godzilla monsters, the other kaiju. Like when Jaguar, when it had like the AI of a child, and it had a butterfly on its finger, and like the guy was like, butterflies are out in the day, and then moths are out at night, and I was just like, okay, cool, like, that's kind of a reference to Mothra. Like D, were there any other things while watching this that you picked up on that, or like even like how I said I drew comparisons to Pacific Rim, the anime?
The one thing I will say it reminds me of from like a Godzilla universe, I'll say, is I want to say it was Kong Skull Island, how it had a bunch of like, the other creatures on the island. And it was kind of like, it reminded me of that because they just kept running into little batches of little creatures or kaiju that they didn't know about. So like I said, it's a huge plus for anybody looking for a creature adventure movie kind of thing scenario, but not really for a traditional Godzilla. Cause you're not, like I said, you're not getting those rampage fights in this movie. I mean, this show, excuse me. So
now something else that was confusing to me, and I'm going to ask you this question, Trav. It's like when when you get to the later episodes and then they start talking about time travel and, stuff being in the past and stuff being in the future. Trav, like when you got to this point in the anime, was it confusing to you?
Well, no, because they're just pretty much equating it to, they already have the program that they've invented. It already has the answer. So now it's building the question. And that's kind of the whole gimmick behind the program that they were inventing, was it already gives you the end result and you got to like build up to it. And again, but that all goes into the lore behind Godzilla and all how they're figuring out how they're even able to get through this access point in Earth, to come through.
Now I want to shift gears real quick, Banks. I want to ask you guys: do you think they will give it a sequel? You think so?
I mean, Trav has said this before when we've done these reviews, that it all comes down to how many viewers watch this anime, and I haven't seen anything about if there's going to be a sequel or not. But if there is a sequel, I would be more inclined to watching it just because of the cliffhanger that we got at the ending. Yeah. And plus two, I feel like in season 2 we would get more of Godzilla because we do get him towards the end of the anime, and I feel like now that he's evolved into who he really is, the Godzilla that we all know, I feel like that we're gonna see more of him. You know what I'm saying? Just because of what happens in the cliffhanger and what can possibly happen in season 2.
Now I wanted to, since we're on the topic now I know Netflix carried another Godzilla trilogy, correct? That wasn't there another animated series that was 3? I think it's 3 of them. They go together. So I think
they're not tied to this.
Yeah, I know they're not tied to this, but I'm saying they already carried Godzilla, and I guess it got a lot of views. I'm guessing
they were amazing movies.
Yeah, so
much better.
Yeah, those are just movies. Yeah.
So we'll see. As far as I'm concerned. Trav, would you be more inclined to watch a second one if the story's further along?
Well, only because I'm a Godzilla fan. I mean, Godzilla could put out like 3 bad movies in a row, and I would still watch the 4th one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, me saying would I watch it, I don't think really gives any indicative to if the show's good or not, because I'm just gonna watch it to watch it. But if I wouldn't tell anybody, hey, get into Godzilla by watching this. Like,
no, I wouldn't either.
I'd say
I've been, saying it most of the review that this is not your typical Godzilla.
Yeah.
Because then you might watch this and be like, oh, is this what most of them are about? And then you go watch the other one. It's like, this is nothing like that other show I saw. So yeah.
I'm checking right now just to see if there's been any confirmation if there is going to be a season 2.
I didn't see any.
No smoke?
But I wouldn't be shocked. I'm leaning more towards no, but I could see maybe down the road them saying, hey, we're going to do more. But it was really nice to watch a anime that made you feel like you were watching a early 2000s anime when they first started in implementing digital into what they were doing. Because I mean, you could tell like the people are drawn and stuff like that, and then the action stuff is all digital and some of the backgrounds and stuff. So I felt like I was a kid again watching this new development of anime.
I agree. I loved it.
And that was pretty cool. Right, yeah.
One thing I will say too, before you go, Banks, is I just want to mention that they use some of the I'm pretty sure that one Japanese song that they play throughout it is original Godzilla music.
Oh, they play the Godzilla theme all the time.
And that's
but it was weird
very
though.
Nostalgic.
They kept playing it during I'm no Godzilla expert. So maybe they, and some of these movies from the earlier days, they do play it when any monster comes out. But I've always evolved that theme with Godzilla.
Yeah.
And they started playing it when
I thought it was pretty nostalgic. I think they were just beating a dead horse. They just kept playing.
Well, bro, they played a lot.
Yeah,
it's such a catchy little chime.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
They just.
Hey, I mean, Samoa Joe don't have it as his entrance music for no reason.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, it's Samoa Joe's entrance music, and then Awesome Kong, she had it as well when she was in TNA. It was pretty.
And somebody sampled it on a rap beat.
Oh yeah, I can't remember who it was, but remember when Dave Chappelle was fighting Godzilla and they was playing the song. and what's crazy is when I was watching the anime, because it's like they would play the Godzilla part, and then after it would get to the end, I would start playing the hip hop instrumental that Trav was talking about.
Oh god,
yeah. But I do want to bring up the piggyback off of what Trav was saying about some of the voice, well, not the voice, but how, the early 2000s and whatnot, and how it reminded him of all of that stuff. Some of the voice actors who are in this, you got Johnny Youngbosh, Erica Harlacher, Keith Silverstein. It's like you have these voice actors that have been in so many big projects, and they're still killing the game today. And that's one of the things that I'll say that I did like about this anime as well, was the voice acting was on point. Somebody was just asking me about anime recommendations on Facebook, and she had asked me would I recommend Yasuke and Promise Neverland, and I was just like, I would recommend Promise Neverland, but I don't recommend Yasuke. But hey, make sure you check out the reviews, because we do have reviews for Promise Neverland season 1 and season 2 and Yasuke here on the YouTube channel. But I just feel like when it comes to anime, you have to have the right people in there voice acting, because the voice actors, they do get the animation across. And you can tell like when you have somebody that's not giving it their all when they're voicing, if that makes any sense. But
just anybody who's not giving 100 in anything.
I don't know, man. That Yasuke was
Hey, hold on, bro. I was feeling the Yasuke.
I wasn't really feeling Yasuke like that.
I'm gonna let y'all duke this one out.
But I think also, man, just that soundtrack and the animation was so fire, and Yasuke's. So it's like, it's definitely not one of my favorite animes. You know what I mean?
For sure. But would you recommend it to anybody? Like this is somebody. She is just getting into anime, and I can't remember what.
Come on, start them. Well, hang on, man. Start them off right. Come on.
I can't remember what anime she said she was watching, but she watched Fear Street, and then after she watched Fear Street, those animes were recommended to her. Now y'all already know what the first anime that I told her to watch was.
Of course. And that's not a good recommendation either.
Hey, so look, well, she only has Netflix, right? So I said JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Promise Neverland, Trace, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Scissor 7, Death Note, Haikyuu, Attack on Titans, Demon Slayer, Parasite, Inuyasha, Cannon Buster.
First of all, your list is way too long, bro. Like,
well, she said that she wanted a lot of anime, so I just gave her a lot of animes on Netflix.
I didn't hear. Tell me you got Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood up there.
No, I said Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, both.
Okay.
I don't recommend FMA to anybody, bro.
But they're both
Brotherhood, bro.
I mean, Brotherhood. I enjoy Brotherhood more, but I would still tell people to watch the original.
Ain't no reason to watch it, bro. You wasting your time.
I think the Brotherhood's way better.
Cannon Busters, Blood of Zeus, and Castlevania. I mean, those are some that I recommend. Hopefully she'll watch them.
No, I wouldn't recommend Godzilla Singular Point to somebody who's trying to get in anime.
No, exactly.
I wouldn't recommend Yasuke either.
I can agree with that.
One of those things. So
I can agree with that. Now, if somebody was super into Adult Swim, I would recommend Yasuke.
I would just give them I would have gave them the old school rundown on Adult Swim. Let them get through that and Toonami stuff, and then move on from there.
Well,
start them right, brother.
Unfortunately, Yu Yu Hakusho is not on Netflix, because if it was, and you talk about the old school lineup, I mean, they do have Bleach. They do have.
Oh, come on! I'm not recommending Bleach to anybody. So
I mean,
Death Note's really good. See, Death Note to me was one of the ones that really started to expose other genres of anime. That was when it really started for me. That and Case Closed is another really good one. But like, Death Note is so suspenseful, man.
That's very good. That English dub, not that horrible ass English dub.
I agree. The dub, it is good. Hey, but hold on real quick. Keeping it on the dub talk. And I know we snowballed because this is something that we do up here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. D had told me, he was just like, hey, man, I heard a familiar voice when I was watching this. And I was just like, who did you hear? And he was like, Bo Billingsley. And I was just like, for real? And he was just like, yeah, he's the news reporter. And I swear, like, after
on Godzilla?
Yeah, after D told me that,
I was gonna bring it up. But
not only is he the news reporter, but he's one of the soldiers too. And when D had told me this, I had went and looked on. I think it was like on the Godzilla Singular Point Wikipedia page. Of course, they don't have him up there, but when you go on his Wikipedia page, it says that he's up there under additional voices. And also, too, to everybody that's watching, we do have an interview with Bo Billingsley up here on the Level Up with Benjamin Banks channel. Hey, man, we've been recommending all of our stuff on this episode. Hey, but we got to put it out there because we put a lot of time and energy into doing these reviews and interviews, and we want everybody that's watching to go and check them out.
That's right. But since we can't recommend this to anybody, we got to recommend other episodes.
So D, let me ask you final thoughts on Godzilla Singular Point, and what is your final rating for it?
Singular Point, I'll probably give it 6.5 out of 10. And final thoughts, I thought it was good. It was a fun adventure, but I'm definitely looking forward and hoping it gets a sequel that it gives you more of the traditional kaiju from classic Godzilla movies.
Yeah,
nice.
I didn't hate it.
I think it's a stepping stone. That's exactly the way I look at some projects like this. It's a stepping stone to get to something better.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody who wasn't into Godzilla. I give it a 6 out of 10. It was just middle of the pack.
Yeah. Love that chime though, man. That little
hey, Banks knows, bro.
I might set that as my alarm.
The opening and ending is fire. I never skipped the OP. Never, bro. It was so fire.
I only skipped it because I was just trying to get to it. Travis, like how you said earlier, it was kind of like
the best part of the anime. So
it was a drag to get through. So I just wanted to hurry up and get through this thing. For me, my final score for it, I would give it a 6 out of 10 as well. This is what I had said, and one of the Facebook groups that I'm in on Facebook, that it's good. The animation is good. The music is good. The voice acting is good. It's just that the story is just okay. It never left me wanting more. So
kind of like Castlevania.
Not like Castlevania.
There
were no jaw-dropping moments or any of that stuff for me.
And they didn't fight death. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So, since we saying that, we got a review for Castlevania Season 4 up here on the channel as well. Make sure you go and check that out.
Follow, subscribe.
But I will say, like I said earlier in this review, if they do do a season 2, and I know Trav's gonna say I said doo-doo. If they do have a season 2, then I would watch it just because of how the series ended for season 1, and hopefully season 2 will be better. It's just as long as I already know that there's going to be people parts. I mean, like, this is one of the things. Like I said, like, I do not like people parts in movies. Like when I watch Godzilla versus Kong, too many people parts. When I watch Godzilla 2014 and then Godzilla King of Monsters, when I watch those, it's like they did have some people parts in it, but it wasn't the entire movie. It's like I got Godzilla, and same thing with Kong Skull Island. I got Kong. They did have people parts, but I got Kong throughout the entire movie. And with this, it's just I just don't like having to wait until episode 7 or 8 to finally see the King of the Monsters. So again,
now let me ask you this, Banks: would you have felt better about the project if it wasn't named after Godzilla? If it was just named after Jet Jaguar and the adventures of whoever?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it wasn't called Godzilla, I would give this a pass. If it was just about Jet Jaguar, nah.
Bro, I'm just saying you're missing the point of my question. Would you have felt more inclined to watch it if you weren't waiting to see Godzilla? If he just popped up and surprised you, would that have made your jaw drop?
I don't think he would have made it as far as he did if it wasn't named Godzilla, because he wouldn't have been looking forward to anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things, man, where it's just like I finished watching the first episode and I'm just like, well, where's Godzilla at? And
I'm gonna say this too, bro. Jet Jaguar whack, bro. Like, these guys was building this mech robot type thing.
Yeah.
And this dude ain't about to protect nobody from no monsters, bro.
Well, remember,
this dude looks like a statue of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when he turns into the dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looked like, but like 1/10 the size, bro. Jet Jaguar ain't
Come on, that's Jet Jaguar 0.1, bro. You gotta wait till it's 0.9.
All I'm saying is they ain't protecting you, bro. I know that. You better keep the tanks rolling, because Jaguar ain't doing shit.
Well, Jet Jaguar got better over the course of the series, but still, it's not enough to make me say, yeah, I want to watch an anime with 3 guys just traveling and they have like a small mecha robot. It's like if I wanted to watch that, then that could be the 3 of us and
small mecha robot. That's the perfect description for what this thing is.
It's like they thought that they was doing stuff, and it's like
this thing was like 2 inches bigger than the dude that made it.
Yeah, right? It's just. But yeah, like I said, for me, 6 out of 10. If season 2 does get announced, I will watch it. And normally I don't say that for a lot of stuff that we do watch. But I'm inclined just because of that after credits thing. But D, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
That's gonna be rebellious_D23 at Instagram.com, Trav.
And you can find me on the Instagram at ZK Audio. You can also check me out on the Twitter at TRAVIOSCK. And of course, man, Jet Jaguar need a hero bad, bro. Where they gonna find one at?
Hey, you can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. And then you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. If you have watched this anime, let us know what you thought about it in the comments. Mm-hmm. Would you recommend it to a friend to watch, or would you just pass? Trav, what was that thing that you used to do? Trash or gas?
Trash or gas.
Hey, Trav, trash or gas? What is this anime?
Come on, man. Take it easy, man.
I'm after trash it, bro.
Yeah, you gonna put Trav on that? You knew what he was gonna say.
Come on, man. I can't gas it.
Yeah, what do you think he's gonna say?
Somebody need to gas Jet Jaguar. Hey, I know that.
He made you hit it with the two-face, the double-sided heads coin. What you think is gonna land on heads or tails?
But like I said, pop in the comments. Let's talk about it. Thank you again for watching this review for Godzilla Singular Point. Make sure you check out some more of our stuff. Like I always say, keep that pinky up. Stay positive. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Peace. Thank you for watching a brand new episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content on our channel. Make sure you check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday, and the video of that episode is uploaded on Friday. And you can find new episodes of our podcast on all podcast platforms. Make sure you follow all the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts. at Leveling Up Banks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we have a Patreon. If you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it's at Leveling Up Banks. And huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate you and thank you for the support. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.